Yeah, hello, great leaders. My name is Biodun Fike Smith, popularly known as Smitholala, and I find it very necessary to drop this short educational video to open our eyes and our minds to the reason why MaVie and Ultron decided to introduce burning and USDT cap into the um, our daily earnings, our proposed zero point 0.2 daily earnings. Number one, I want us to understand this crypto game very, very well. You see, burning is a mechanism that is used to reduce the circulation of a currency, so that that currency can actually, increase in value. Increase in value mean increase in price for the benefit of all. And every major cryptocurrency does this, burning. For BNB to be what it is today, I think about 45 million or thereabout have to be burned. This is just a concept that always help the value of an asset to skyrocket, you know and that's that. Then, when we talk about the USDT cap mechanism, it also help to reduce what what the assets should be given out in its own currency. You understand? All these are just mechanisms to allow the value of the asset we're talking about now, which is the ULX asset, to skyrocket in price. And I want to show us a practical illustration with this video. That's just my aim because, a lot of people don't understand this. And most of the time, we are being misled by some people that don't really understand the dynamics and the technical aspect of this. And the thing is, if we do not understand how something operates, then we might be misled. I want to believe most of us are into this project because we want to get liberated financially. Number one, before I go further, it has been established that this Ultron project is a very great project. No doubt about that. No doubt about that. For a project to be on DeFi Llama and a project to have found its way to number 11. Oh my God, this is a project that is less than a year and has found its way above Solana on DeFi Llama. That is to tell us that this project is going somewhere. And if we have a project like this in our hands, I think and I want to believe, if you'd all agree with me, that it is worth it to do everything in our might to make this project deliver us from poverty once and for all. Once and for all, and not a project to look for chop money. Let me put it that way. You understand? Not a project to survive. It's a project we should, use to take ourselves out of financial lack into financial prosperity. I think that should be the aim of every person on this business. Then let me go further to now show us the dynamics and the practical illustration of what is happening. You see, today the crypto market is on the bearish trend, and a whole lot is happening at the background. And one thing I give to the Ultron team is that they are proactive. These guys are professionals. In fact, these guys they are the real guys, because if not for their proactivity, wow, a lot would have happened to the ULX asset in this time and condition of the market. But because of their proactivity, they had to quickly put these mechanisms in place to keep the price of this asset steady and on the uptrend. And today, it has been proven that after the mechanism has been put in place, the price of Ultron has been steady. And while every other asset in the market, in the crypto market, is dropping, Ultron has been the only one of the very few that is on the uptrend. And now we can begin to see the impact of what Ultron has put in place. And this will pay every one of us. It will not make sense for us to come into a project where we have spent our fortune. A lot of people have put in millions into this. A lot of us have put fortune into this. Why? Because we believe in the project and we know that this will take us into that massive abundance that we need, which will be our aim. Fine. At the beginning of the project, Ultron, you know, Ultron had a plan of everybody getting zero point 0.2, every day, locked up, and those who want to withdraw can withdraw and all that. But along the line, Ultron found out that if that continues, according to the market situation, then it will not be sustainable. And I want to ask you this: if you run a business, every business has plans. But along the line, when the business starts operating in real life and they face real life situations, they have to adapt according to the real life situation and challenges they face. If you own a business, you start a business with a plan, and you now start and facing some real life challenges. I want to agree with me that you would also change plans so that you can adapt to the real life situation that you are facing at that particular point in time, so that your business can survive, or else your business will go under. And that is just, a simple logic for any right thinking businessman. And that is exactly what you will do. That is exactly what I will do. And that is exactly what Ultron has also done. Now, let me show you a practical illustration of this. And now let me go to my calculator. Let me call up my calculator here. Okay, now let's imagine this scenario, because a lot of people are really doing withdrawals. And when it was happening, we were enjoying it. People were withdrawing. I personally was even withdrawing. I could withdraw up to $200 per week, or $300, depending. We were enjoying it. But if we had continued like that, and in the next 6 months or 1 year, Ultron failed and nosedived into, and the price of Ultron now dropped into maybe below 2 cents or 1 cent. What are we going to be? A project we've been hoping that it will deliver us from poverty and will take us into the promised land. If the project now failed, what would you think? Would that pay us? So is it not better to, have to delay our gratification than to have it now and chop Ultron finish? This is a question I want to throw to us all. So now let me illustrate this practically. Let's imagine, $50 million is being taken out of Ultron. $50 million. Now let's use today's price of 8 cents to check that out. $50 million. $50 million, right? Let's find out how much value of in ULS coin this will be. That's divided by 0.08. That's 8 cents. Okay. Now, this is okay. Don't let me even go this far. Don't let me even go this far to $50 million. Let me go to $5 million. $5 million, right? Imagine $5 million is taken out of the Ultron ecosystem as at the present situation of the market. Now let's get the value. Okay, now this will give us 62.5 million ULX coin. Now let's go to the DEX. I want to show you something. Let's see the impact of what this will have on the liquidity assets now. Ultron is trying to grow its liquidity. There will come a time when the liquidity has grown and is bulky, when a lot of billionaires has invested, that we can do anything. But right now, this is a project, for God's sake, not up to a year. and trying to maintain its stand and trying to protect its assets. Now, let's go to the desk and see what this will mean or what harm this can do to the project that you and me is believing in. Okay, let's go. Let me go to my MetaMask. Where are that? Okay, let me log in. Okay, let me log in. Now, I want to show you the impacts. This is a practical explanation, because if somebody is telling you about, their displeasure of what is happening with the mechanism, then they should be able to actually explain and show you the impact so that you can get to understand very well. And that is what I want to show you with this video. All right, now let me take you to, let's go to the Ultron swap, and let me show you this. See, this is a complete project that has a swap and exchange that we can even access. Oh my God. I just want people to understand this. That's why I'm going this far. Now, okay, I've been farming. You can even farm and make money. Look at my farm. But this is not the intention of this video. I just want to show you. We're talking about a subject on ground. Okay, let's go to the swap. Now, this is the swap. You can see, let me show you. Here you can see the price now, the volume as such. This is a real project, guys. Now, let me show you something. Now, that was, let's go to the calculator again. 62.5 million, all right. Now, let's assume we want to swap. We want to take out 62.5 million from here. 62,500,000. I hope I'm right. 62,500. I hope I'm right. Now let's look at the impact. Let me show you. And this is the equivalent in ULS coin. So if this is leaving the ecosystem now, look at what's going to happen. I want to show you something. Look at this. Look at the price impact. This is the impact that this would have on the price of ULX, just because this whole amount is leaving the ecosystem as at now, as at the present situation of the market. This is the price impact. This is the impact you can see. You can see. This is the DEX. This is the impact that this is going to have on the ULX price. It means the price is going to drop by 75 point, that's 75.75 something percent. Let's call it 75%. The price is going to drop by 75%. And if the ULX price drops by 75%, do you know what that is? It means ULX will drop to about 2 cents. About 2 cents. So this is what the founders, and the developers of this project have seen, and they don't want this to happen, because if this happens, then you and I are in trouble. Our money will be gone, and at the end of 6 months or 1 year, we will be crying, "Oh, ULS is gone. ULS is this, is that." While if they keep and protect the price of this assets, this same asset, if we are patient enough and understand the technicalities involved, this same asset, if it's well protected, would make you and I billionaires over the years. We will just need to be patient enough. And if somebody cannot be patient in the crypto game, that person cannot, make it. And now, let me even extend this to some of the other layer one blockchain projects. We have projects like Solana, Ethereum, BNB, Polygon and all that. The staking of those projects was locked up for between 3 to 5 years. Nobody could have access. Nobody. And at the end of 3 to 5 years, when everything was unlocked, people became instant millionaires and billionaires because nobody was withdrawing. So the price could grow very, 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 very well. The TVL of those projects could expand very, very exponentially. And before you know it, in 3 to 5 years, when people start having access, they have a solid base already. There were a lot of billions in the liquidity pool, and it has become strong. And the price of such assets skyrocketed, and people became millionaires and billionaires. That is the way it is. But Ultron was just trying to be liberal and to come up with a different concept where people can have access to cash out. But as it is now, and according to the market situation, they had to change and reduce that cash out to protect the price of this asset. And the way it is now, it's not as if people cannot still cash out. People can still cash out, but you'll be cashing out something very low because of the USDT cap and the burning. And that is very right and good, because if that is not done, then these assets will disappoint you and I, and we don't want that to happen. So I will ask you this question: what would you rather prefer? Would you rather prefer to eat up Ultron right now and eat your future, or would you rather prefer to join hand in protecting the asset, the price of this asset, so that in the next few 2, 3, 4, 5 years, you and I can be smiling to the banks in millions? What would you rather choose? Before we know, 2, 3, 4, 5 years will be over. People bought Bitcoin 10 years ago. 10 years is over. 5 years is over. They are now rich and wealthy. But if they had eaten their future in those years, they will never get to the promised land. These are things we need to look at. Every business can change plans along the road. It depends on whatever they face, whatever challenges we face. We all change plans every day, depending on the challenges we face. So it's no big deal if Ultron is changing plans so that the price of this asset can be, can be protected. And you and I, at the end of the day, would laugh and smile. So if anybody is explaining to you and telling you about the ills of the capping and the burning, I think they should also be able to take you into the nitty-gritty and into the dynamics of the impact of what that could do to this project. So now I've just taken my time to show you the price impact, that if the withdrawal keeps going on the way it was going on the other time, then in a few months or few years' time, Ultron might be over. And to make that not happen, they had to take the decision they took, which is very, very okay. Now, once again, I've just made this video to show you technical dynamics of the price impact if that keeps going on. And I know that every right-thinking business person will do the same, and every right-thinking investor in Ultron will support this plan, and so that at the end of the day, we can all laugh and smile and become millionaires. So I encourage everybody to keep building, to understand, and to please attend meetings, and understand why this is happening. And I want everybody to know one thing for sure: Ultron is the best project right now. Is the fastest growing layer one blockchain. Is the greatest project right now. A project on DeFi Llama, a project that has its own DEX. At least this is the DEX we are assessing. I mean, this is not an everyday thing. This is a decentralized exchange. It is not beans. So this project is for real. This project is massive. And whatever plan that has been put in place is for the benefit of all. So I hope we'll all understand this. And I'll encourage everybody to hold. You see, the people that really make wealth, go and do your research and study. The people that really make great wealth with crypto in this space, they are people that hold. They are people that have a lot of patience. You are going to have 99.9, you are going to have 101% patience if you want to make it in this game. And before you know, the time will be over. And if you want to make some quick bucks, just put some money into farming and coin delegation. Look at me. Let me show you again my farming. I hope we understand this price impact before I leave here. Let me show you my farming. I'm farming. I put some money and look what I've made. I mean, okay. The network is not allowing it. At least I've been able to accumulate some extra $60 to $70 thereabout through farming, and it keeps growing. And also there's coin delegation. So there are other things, and through this we can withdraw every day, every week, every month, while our staking, while we leave it to keep compounding. And once we leave it to compound, the zero point 0.2 is untouched. It is only when you want to withdraw that it is being affected. But once we leave it to compound, the zero point 0.2 is untouched. And at the end of the day, when it has been ripened, then the zero point 0.2 is what we are going to withdraw. So let's get this and understand this, please. I just wanted to do this video for the sake of those who are not informed, so that we will not be misinformed, by people who don't understand, or by leaders who really don't understand the nitty-gritty and the dynamics and the technical reasons why all this are happening. Ultron remains the best. Thank you, and I hope this will add value to some people. And I am encouraging us to attend meetings, members meetings, every Sunday, so that we can stay alive with knowledge. Because without knowledge, the truth is we might be swayed and be deceived, and not know. And if we are swayed and we don't know what we're doing, and with that, there is no growth. For the man who abhors knowledge and who doesn't give time to learning, there is no growth for such a man. Thank you very much. I hope this will make some point and some sense, and it will help a lot of people to take their Ultron and MaVie business very, very seriously. And I pray we all meet at the top.